Snow-covered rock, slick cold stream, crisp cold air at Box Lake. All is what it seems. You ride on for a long time, ride on for a long time. Sooner or later you're gonna fall down. Get up and fall down, get up and fall down, get up and fall down. Get up. You can ride on for a long time.
Well, what's going on, guys? This is Carl with the Racerred channel. How have you guys been? What have you been up to? I'm just riding my own business. I don't know if I'm going the right way anymore. Jeez, it's hard to tell. Pretty rocky up here. A lot of this was kind of a struggle to come up. For one, it looks like a lot of this has gotten kind of dug out a little bit more. But dirt biking in Idaho is pretty predictably unpredictable in terms of conditions. You really just can count on the weather being weird. Like I've said before, our seasons are typically from June to October. If you're lucky, June. But really, the high elevation stuff isn't available until sometimes the middle of July. But I wouldn't recommend riding this stuff right now. It's pretty slimy, pretty slippery, makes for pretty difficult time. Coming up this, I was feeling like really just off. And I think partially it's my settings, but also just the fact that conditions are slimy, cold, some spots are icy. And also, it takes a while for me to warm up. Like now that I'm warmed up, much better. Now, just because I'm warmed up, that doesn't make me totally immune to the pucker factor. For sure. I lost my chain. Coming up this stuff, I hit my sprocket on a rock, lost my chain, had to put that back on. Luckily, no sprocket damage really, so I was pretty fortunate there. Sliding around on this hard packed snow here. This is something that I didn't think I would experience on this ride. Into the trees I jump. Yeah, Idaho's got some varying elevations, that's for sure. You can start your ride at like 2,000 feet sometimes and end up at 8,000. On this ride, I think I started out, man, that's hard to say. I don't know what elevation McCall is at. But anyways, we've climbed quite a bit. I can't tell if I improved my suspension or made it worse. I think I softened it. Hard to say if it's any better. Seems to be a little bit better. Man, which way do I go here? This is a weird spot. Clank. Definitely good to protect your bike. Funny thing, you can't really run a stock bike. I mean, you can, but it's not going to last long. I took a picture of my bike earlier and I was like, man, there are a lot of parts on this thing that are just 100% necessary that I've put on that are aftermarket. Just in that one picture there was 3 of them, which is a skid plate. You have to protect the whole front of your bike essentially. I don't know why the manufacturers don't do that, but they don't. Anyway, yeah, you need a skid plate, you need a pipe guard, hand guards, radiator guards, preferably a radiator fan, because if you don't, your bike's going to overheat. You're going to have a bent radiator, your pipe is going to be all dented up. It's not going to be running good. We had planned to get quite a bit deeper today into the mountains, but we ended up turning back. For a good reason. It's getting a little bit on the late side. Right now I'm riding with Jordan. I think this is where it gets a little bit steep in here, if I remember right. Things definitely look different going back down, because a lot of it you can just kind of jump off of, or you don't have to deal with the lack of traction going downhill so much. Granted, you may not be able to stop, but really, who needs to be able to stop? You can't get down a mountain by stopping. Took my buddy on this pretty cool trail, and I think it was a bit more than he could chew, which is fine. I didn't remember it being quite so gnarly, which I don't know why I didn't remember, because I've done this like 3 times or 2 times. I think 3 times. But that was many years ago, and a lot of the sections, even that I did this spring, are infinitely harder now, because you've got a lot more dugout spots in the trail. And also, my ground clearance isn't quite as good on this bike as the Husky, and so sometimes I'll smack some rocks a little bit that I wouldn't normally smack. That coupled with things being deeper now, it definitely makes it a bit more difficult. Definitely a fun ride with Jordan today. He's a good rider. We're both on betas. Actually, he's got a 22 race edition. I've got a 24 RR. You can see that the terrain has just changed drastically compared to what it was just 5 minutes ago here. It's way drier. It's pretty cool how these trails just teleport you straight into the high mountain stuff where you're riding past lakes and seeing these really cool looking mountains, steep stuff, generally speaking pretty steep. Let's see here, it's hard to tell where the real trail is right now. Hard to say. I will say that everybody on this trail that I've met has been very friendly. Everybody's enjoying a little bit of freedom, and it seems like the user groups here are all friendly with each other, which is always awesome. But I've run into hikers here, I've run into hunters and other motorcyclists, and now I run into Blackwell Lake, which is pretty fantastic. Pretty fantastic. Beautiful. Beautiful ride. Beautiful day. Man, and that was quick. I did that entire trail super fast. Yeah, we were hoping to make it all the way to the fourth lake here today, but we'll have to wait probably till next year to do that. It was just kind of getting on the late side, so we decided to turn back. Normally when I ride here, this stuff is just pouring over. Man, with all the spring runoff, we come here in June and July, and this is like up to that level here, and you're just seeing it pour over. Got a little waterfall there. You come over here, and the water is almost up to the rock. I mean, it's maybe a couple feet down, but not nearly as epic right now. Not nearly as epic in terms of being photogenic. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you stopping by, watching the video. That was the ride all the way down into Blackwell Lake. Catch you on the next one. Peace.
His name is Racerred. If he wasn't riding, he'd be in bed. He naps during the day. He rides his love from garage bays. Oh, he rides all night, full throttle all the time. Oh, he was born to ride. Racerred, like, comment, and subscribe.